going to happen. Oh, hi, and welcome to Unbox Politics. I am your host, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Fuck the hell off.
It's the playoffs, guys. Week 2 of the playoffs. I hope everyone had a good Turkey Day or random Thursday in November, depending on where you live.
Go sports team.
Thank you.
I
But
did
you
not
can't
have a
sing.
good. I did not have a good Turkey Day.
Nope.
One of my bathrooms exploded in my house.
Oh no.
Why did you put in the turkey, Tim?
Quite
Too much
literally.
kimchi.
Shut up, Mikey.
The kimchi stuffed turkey was a bad idea. Look, the bathroom exploded.
It
Turducken with squid.
was the day after Thanksgiving, and
Salt and pepper turkey.
yes, one of my bathrooms became a biohazard very quickly. It had to be currently it's not a bathroom anymore. They took it all apart. So that was how my Thanksgiving went.
Wow.
It went in that bathroom. There was like 2319, 2319.
Yeah, people in hazmat suits had to clear out my bathroom and then take everything out of it because it was a biohazard. So
Wow.
Biohazard because of
This is the new house.
biohazard because of the raw sewage that came up out of my toilet.
Not the thing that starts with the letter A that they also found.
Ass.
What?
Acetaminophen?
Asbestos.
Oh, that's afterwards. So they took
Oh,
they
God.
took a sample of my wall and they're like, "Hey, by the way, there's asbestos in your wall." So, you know,
That means it's all through your house, dude.
yeah. Well, they're only going to remediate my bathroom because they have to take the bottom of the wall out because that was covered in raw sewage. So they're only going to take my bathroom apart. They said the rest of the house is safe because it's all painted and whatnot. And it's not the whole it's not the drywall doesn't have asbestos. It's the spackle that they use to tape up the drywall.
Perfect.
So
Yeah.
What a great idea
insurance
that asbestos.
insurance- I know insurance is only going to cover that much, and anything else I do is on me, and I don't have that kind of money. So
Sell a kidney.
I may.
Okay.
I may.
You can get like 75 grand if you know where to go.
Exactly.
How do you know? Never mind. It's none of my
Worked
business.
in the medical
What do we do?
field, remember?
What are we doing today, Tim?
We're all right. So we're doing last time on Unboxed, we did the worst of the worst. We got the worst 8 guys and gals, and we ranked them, and 4 of them are moving on. Those 4 are. I know I saved this. RFK Jr., Gutfeld.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh wait, did I save this? I did save this.
Real Saints Row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
RFK Jr., Gutfeld, Trump,
Ah,
and
Who's the fourth?
who is the 4th?
oh no.
I'm not going back to rewatch it, so
Yeah.
I lived through that trauma once.
We did that once. Why would we do it again?
It's not our fault.
Elon
I
Musk.
thought I typed this out. Hold please. I'll get back to you on the fourth guy, and we'll roll on. So
Was it Vance?
I was throwing it off the backboard so you can play the fucking video.
what
Don't be-
video?
Whatever our first video is.
Our first video. Let's start.
Oh God. Oh God.
25
And you
minutes
started a longer recap. No. Let's go. We got 8 videos today.
All right. So
Roll
here
a
are-
D8.
here, yeah. Let me roll. Let me tell you who we got first, and then I'll roll the dice. So Our
We got
top
a $20 bid for your kidney.
for 2025, I might take that. Number
Oh,
one,
God.
top right now, Charlie Angus.
Oh, we're doing
Changus.
Charlie first. Sorry.
Oh, I've been trained to
Oh,
hear
yeah.
sounds after that, so that's why I pause. Number two, Zoran Mamdani. Number three, Tammy Duckworth.
Yep.
Number four, John Larson. Number five, controversial, Graham Plattner. Number six, Jasmine Crockett.
Hmm.
Number seven, Cory Booker. And rounding out
Booking
the
it
top
to the
eight,
streets.
Bernie Sanders,
OG
Great.
swag.
the Great White Hope.
All right. Now roll the fucking D8.
All right,
Let's get these uppity women now.
Here, I got one right here.
I got it.
Go with 5.
Why do you get to roll? Why are you
'Cause I
just
had a
rolling
dice
dice
in my
over
hand.
here?
I just rolled it.
What did you get, Tim?
We set this up before you got here. Tyler's like, gotcha. D8 rolling.
What Ollie's roll. 5 is Graham Plattner. Fuck
Oh,
the hell
boy.
off.
Well, Ollie just wanted to get the shit out of the way.
So this is once again we're going with the most viewed video that we haven't already seen or isn't copyrighted.
Hmm.
So I have Graham Plattner giving his apology for having a Nazi tattoo.
This
Uh,
is his most popular video.
that
Wow.
that isn't owned by someone else. Yes.
I'm here. As you've probably seen, there's a story that's broken about comments I made on Reddit in an earlier part of my life. As I read through them, I read things that I absolutely do not agree with. I read through and I see things that words and statements that I abhor. I also see the trajectory of my life. When I got back from Afghanistan in 2011, I stayed in the Army for another year. I got out in 2012. Some of the worst comments I made, the things that I think are least defensible, that I wouldn't even try to defend, come from that time. I had spent the bulk of my 20s in the infantry, deploying overseas, fighting in Iraq and Afghanistan. The infantry was a very male-dominated place. It's a very masculine world. When I was in, women weren't allowed in the infantry. It's changed now, and that's a good thing. But when I got out, I still had the crude humor, the dark feelings, the offensive language that really was a hallmark of the infantry when I was in it. I made comments that I'm not happy about, that I do not agree with, but they came from a time and place in my life. And as I watch or as I read through the comments that were released, I can see myself changing. My language gets less crude. My thoughts and my feelings get a lot less kind of rough around the edges. I do get almost more disillusioned, though, and it's important to know that this was a time in my life where I was struggling deeply. I got out of the Army in 2012. I had PTSD. I had depression. I had all of the things that come with serving in a war, in 2 wars, that I eventually began to not believe in at all. It left me feeling very unmoored. It left me feeling very disillusioned, very alienated, and very isolated. And I think, like a lot of people, I went on the internet to post stupid things and get in fights and find some form of community in some way, some outlet for my feelings, for my rage, for my isolation. It wasn't until I found actual community that all went away. And the reason that I stopped posting on Reddit around 2020 and 2021 is because that was the point in my life where I had found this. I had moved back to my hometown. I'd found community. I'd started a business. I'd met someone to fall in love with. I'd been able to really begin to feel connected again. And not only did it let me feel connected, it also gave me a lot of hope. I had spent years being entirely isolated and feeling very, very angry about the system that had made me go through that experience. Coming back to Maine, moving back to my hometown, reconnecting with the community that I'm from, building real friendships, building real networks, real relationships with people. That helped cut my disillusion. I went from thinking that people were bad to knowing that people are good. I went from thinking that there was no hope to having nothing but hope. A hope that is rooted in the fact that it was in my community here in Sullivan, Maine, that I got to come home and build a nice life. That all changed for me, but it took me a long time to get there, and it was a very long journey. And along that journey, I was in different places that I'm not in now. I had different feelings that I don't have now. I had different thoughts and opinions that I certainly don't have now. But I am very proud of the person I am today. And it was that whole journey that got me here. And while I won't defend things I said in the past, I will just say that if it wasn't for that entire journey, I would not be who I am today. And I'm incredibly proud of who I am today. And so for those of you who have read these things and been offended, have read these things and seen someone that you don't recognize, I am deeply sorry. It's something that I see someone that I don't recognize either, not in who I am today. It is somebody that I do recognize though. Somebody who is struggling, somebody who is having a very difficult time settling into a society that he felt betrayed by and left behind by after having to go fight in Iraq and Afghanistan. I'm sorry for this. Just know that it's...
All right, that's about 5 minutes.
So I'd like to just say, I was in cadets all the way through my young teen years, and then joined the militia military, our reserves, right from age 16 and a half, 17, as early as I could get in, until I was almost 20. So I experienced some of what he's talking about. And it's true that there is that male masculine dominating. I was in Armored Corps, so it was like 4 guys in a fucking small little tank.
The mechs,
No,
Tim.
no.
The mechs.
No.
He's
No.
saying
Canada
something
has a
serious.
mech
Shut up.
unit.
I drove tanks, Tim.
Oh.
That is
So-
mechs.
But
AKA American SUVs.
anyway, I understand what he's saying, but I never succumbed to it. You can make the choice. You don't have to go down those roads. Right?
But did you
It
have
sounds
any
to me
other
like
community though?
At that time, no, I was isolated. I moved out of home. I was living in barracks just with other guys. I was for a couple of years. It was like, no, I didn't have any other support or anything like that. I was even on the outs from my family at the time. So,
And there is a difference between being part of a machine gunner squad and working on tanks. Tank people have to be good at shit and not assholes and not idiots and morons and just daredevils.
well, no,
versus
Everybody
a
else
machine
is frontline infantry.
but when
Yeah.
you're talking about that male masculated dominant culture, that was all still there, dude.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, sure.
I don't
We
think
had
you
to
heard
kind
what
of
I
play
said.
with each other, and it's Canadian. But sorry. But no, I
No,
think
I'm
in
saying
my
that you
opinion-
guys, I'm saying you guys, even at your worst, would be better than the fucking army machine gunners and the American army versus
Maybe.
the Canadian tank crew. Y'all sound
Maybe, yeah.
smart and like y'all know how to count shit. You know what I mean? Y'all
Okay,
could probably pass
okay.
a dork test. You
Even-
know what I'm
okay,
saying?
but even
well,
an
maybe not
American
Ollie,
tank.
but
Even an American tank group would be the
right versus the machine gunners.
So,
But
but all I'm saying is, it sounds to me like he succumbed to peer pressure at the time. All those people around him, and maybe didn't make his own choices. But I mean, you can't give him points for that. I mean, now it sounds like later on in life, okay, I'm with a different group, and now I'm taking their opinions.
But
So
we
it's
need to be
like
careful
He's a
on.
fake person. You know what I'm saying?
We have to be careful on judging individuals based just on shit that happened in their past. And I've watched a fair number of documentaries, like of people trying to understand extremist groups or trying to understand like the Ku Klux Klan or stuff like that. Most people don't join that kind of a group because they believe in the ideology. They join those groups because they want a community, they want friends, they want a purpose, they want community, whether they believe in it or not, but they invest themselves in it because they get accepted. Again, it's not an excuse for him, but at least he's willing to admit that he got sucked into that shit and worked out of it.
Yeah. So
All right. Let's move on to rankings. Remember, we're only doing content, delivery, and vibes.
Okay.
And we're ranking from 1 to 10.
yeah. 10 being
10
the best, 1 being the worst.
10 is S rank. 1 would be your assumption of pineapple. So, content.
I'm in that 6.5 range, 6.5 range. Like, I mean, he was apologetic. He was nice about it and stuff like that. He gave his point, his reasoning on this is what I went through. This is what I did at the time. Now I'm this person. I'm a different person now because I've experienced different things and I realize what I did then was wrong. So, I mean,
he could up and just denied.
Yeah, that would have been a 1, right? If you would pineappled it then, right? But he admitted his faults and came out with it. I mean, he didn't speak fierily, but you know.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6 on content. Like, it seemed like he was off script. He was speaking from, you know, whatever place of like emotion he had going on there. And I mean, as far as politicians go, he did seem sincere.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Sincere is going to go into vibes for me, though, not content.
Well, I mean, like what he was saying didn't like ring hollow or anything. I mean, he like you guys said, he sort of owned up to. I don't know what he said on Reddit. I didn't look.
Let's find out, shall we?
So, some of the BS he said back in the day could be really bad, but yeah,
it's not that bad. It's leftist shit.
Oh,
it's like leftist, semi-communist, semi-anarchist.
Oh, I see.
Fuck the government. This is some bullshit. They're fucking us over. It's
stuff that I would agree with.
Yeah, stuff that we would agree with.
He suggested that workers should arm themselves in the fight until you get tired of fighting with words.
Listen,
fight with guns if you need to.
He's like, fight the bourgeoisie.
Yeah, he was eating. He's like guillotine time. That was a TLDR of his shit.
Like he didn't go down like the Nazi hole. Like that might be.
Yeah, I thought it was going to go the other way.
I was letting y'all cook because y'all seemed to really be, sharing. What he's talking about is not what y'all are talking about.
Oh,
y'all are confusing this. This is the first video. The second apology was for the tattoo. He has the tattoo right now and hasn't said a fucking word about it.
This is before the tattoo.
This is when they initially dropped about his posting online. This is the DNC at work. The first drip was, we got your old Reddit post. And then they said, we got the video of you singing with your shirt off. And then everyone saw the tattoo.
So this was Democratic
he has
opposition.
The tattoo. Yes. So he has the tattoo while he's making this apology about how he was a different person and he's grown up so much more. He didn't bring up the tattoo at all during this. So I'm giving him a 3.
It seemed very coded about the tattoo, though. Like, it seemed like that's what he was apologizing for.
Well, you guys heard that because you thought it was from a different time.
Yeah.
Well, it was introduced that way to me, right? It was introduced.
That's what I thought. So that was what it was introduced as. Okay, so Mikey, you said 3. Ollie.
Well, I'm going to go back and revisit my thing. If he's not apologizing for the tattoo and not admitting to the tattoo at this particular time,
this is for the leftist posts.
Yeah, there's a bit more of a problem here because he's still not revealing everything, right? So I'm just going to drop mine down to a 5. So
7.
Mark, 7. I'm going to stick with a 6.
No. I'll start with like a 5.5.
All right.
I'll drop him a little bit.
All right. Quick math.
We had a 6, a 5.5, a 5, and a 3. So I'm
Yeah.
guessing he's a 4.75.
Yeah, something
But-
like that. Excel will do the math for me.
Zero, come lay down, man.
Maybe a 5.25. Put in there someplace.
Yeah, it's a 4.75.
It is a 4.75. Okay.
I did find a picture of the tattoo. Yeah, that's a very Nazi death head skull.
It's a
tattoo.
Totenkopf. He knew what
Yeah.
it was. He knew the name of it.
All right.
Yeah, talk to
Ollie,
other
roll the
people about
dice.
What?
Oh,
What we
wait,
gotta
Is that
do-
all the ratings?
We got
What are
two
we
more.
doing?
We
What
got
is-
two more
we didn't do them
ratings
all.
to do.
I'm gonna
Sorry,
need everybody to
sorry.
snap
Delivery
into a slim. I'm gonna need everybody to snap into a slim Jim.
Delivery. Delivery.
Recalibrate.
Delivery
Delivery.
was. I'm again not great. Like
Princess
he was
High.
very bland with his delivery.
I think
Well,
they're
but
trying
this
to be
is just
somber.
a camera by a road. Like you can
Yeah.
clearly hear the traffic.
Yeah, you
5
can
for delivery, I think.
He didn't pick a great spot to do the video. What
Yeah.
he like the setting in the background and everything like that was all right. But I mean, did you see what he was wearing? Like, I mean, that he looked like he was just recently working out on the fishing boat and just said, "I'm recording a video coming right off the water." Right.
I mean, that's his
It's
whole
like-
gimmick, though.
So, I mean, he could have took a few minutes to put something half decent on, not a ratty old shirt and that old hat that he had on.
But he's he's a man of the people.
Yeah,
That's his
I
gimmick.
don't know.
I'm giving him 4.
But yeah, I'm for delivery. He was so bland. He was just bland. There was no excitement in his voice. I
It's just
didn't even feel
Just
that
an
much
excited
passion.
apology.
Yeah, I didn't feel any passion in the apology. So I was only at a 4.5.
Ollie's like, I didn't get any anger out of his clothing.
Mikey?
Well,
For delivery, 3.
Okay.
Because he's lying. He's delivering lies.
yeah.
It's a lie. A lie by omission is still a lie.
Okay. Hold on. We'll
Mikey, I
tabulate
just
your
wanted you
result.
to know my wife
didn't even
says
tell
you
us
look
what you're
very
saying,
annoyed.
Tim.
Oh, I said 5.
Always. The dog is in here freaking grown. You can't have fucking rotisserie chicken. That's my wife's
like, give
dinner,
me
not yours.
Give me the chicken.
She's not fucking sharing with you. You had dinner. We just got you a fresh bag of food. Come sit your dumb ass down.
Yeah, fresh
And
bag of food, chicken.
finally, vibes.
See, now initially I was going to rate him a bit higher for vibes, but now that it's been revealed when this video was, I don't feel the same way at all. So, I think I'm just at a 5.
I'm gonna give him a 3 for apologizing for posting leftist things, because that's what I want him
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, yeah. Now that you say that, yeah, because
But
like I
that's what
said, I'm still confused because of the fact that I thought it was about the tattoo and not about that.
So he was apologizing for his Reddit posts about leftist shit because he wants to be a little bit more moderate for Maine. So yeah, I don't think he should be
Well, that's
apologizing.
two there,
That
Tim.
makes me feel different. Yeah,
You can't say fight the oligarchy and then I apologize for saying that the workers should revolt.
yeah. So 3. I agree with you, Tim. 3. Once again, it was like I had the vibe rating in my head a lot higher than 3 because I was actually that was the one spot I was going to give him half decent marks, but once again, I was looking at it through the wrong lens. So,
Mikey?
where you at for vibes?
3.
All right. So we get the solid mark. What did you say? 3?
2.
2.
2.
All right. So he's gonna get a
3.75
2.75 there. All right. I'm gonna tabulate the results here. His average is a 3.8.
And he's out of here because I know.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it.
Holla.
many people on
Holler.
this list are going
I
to be at
don't think
least
he's
a
making the-
7 to 8.
All right,
Yeah,
Ollie, roll that
he's making
die.
it tough, boy.
If you roll a 5 again, re-roll.
So I rolled a 1.
1.
Roll the Angus then, aren't we?
Hey. It's
I
Mikey,
just
play the
failed.
thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Push the goddamn button.
It's Charlie Angus here from Midas Canada, the Resistance Tour, and I watch the Bin Podcast Network. You got to watch it. Sign up, follow them.
So content delivery and vibe, S rank.
Ollie out here is going to.
Ollie, this is Ollie's last turn on the show. Next season, we're disavowing the vote for Canada.
we are changing hosts after this season.
If you would like to audition to be a new
If
person
only
on
we
the
could find
show,
somebody
DM
as
us.
unbiased as Ollie. Jesus Christ.
All right, this is 11 minutes long, so we're going to watch the first 5 minutes. But this is, as Ollie noted earlier, from Charlie Angus when he was still in Parliament.
Yeah.
So, yes, they are our neighbors, but we have stood up to them. We're in a different situation with Donald Trump, a convicted predator who's seriously undermining the democratic process in the United States, and he thinks he can just push us around. He insults us. You know, the Conservatives seem to like it because he's insulting our prime minister, but he's not really insulting the prime minister. He's insulting Canadians, calling us the 51st state.
That's right, exactly.
You know, once there was a Canada that had a flag that didn't need to be waved, a flag that represented who we are. We didn't boast about it.
That was Charlie Angus,
no.
a member of the Canadian
That's what I'm
House of Commons, one of America's best
Shoot, you
And
thought Ben wasn't getting his
what
grill in
he's
this
put on
fucking
the
video?
table.
Yeah.
Is the threat of a 25% tariff that would cause economic havoc to families and workers and businesses across Canada. There was a time when parliamentarians would have
We
stood
already
up
did
for
this
Canada and responded to these falsehoods. But that's not how Canada's parliament operates under the member who lives in the 19-room mansion at Stornoway. It's to burn the house to the ground at all costs.
Exactly.
And that's a
We did
dangerous
this video.
position for democracy to be in. I'd like to start just
Yes, Ollie.
We did this video. This is
We
the
did
first
this.
video we
Yeah.
did of Charlie. This is the
That's
first
okay.
video we did of Charlie.
Okay.
Do it again.
Then we'll pull up the video that Ollie sent us. Hold on. Give me 1 minute.
Because we watched the actual Parliament speech.
one
We
would've-
didn't watch the Midas Touch part of it. We watched the Parliament speech. It was just straight from the Parliament. It wasn't part of the Midas Touch thing.
Un
It's the same
momento, por
footage that he was
favor.
getting. So
Giannis Antetokounmpo is hurt.
Who's that?
yeah, who is that?
He plays for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh.
His nickname is the Greek Freak. Greco-Nigerian athlete.
Take two.
Pete Hoekstra, Charlie Angus here, just the boy from Northern Canada. But I did want to talk to you about your constant gaslighting of our people and our nation. You say we're anti-American. No, Pete, we're not anti-American. We're anti-authoritarianism. We believe that it's wrong to be able to kidnap people off the streets. We are repulsed by a president who brags about feeding people to alligators. We think it's a stain on democracy that you have a convicted felon in the White House who's so narcissistic and thin-skinned that he thinks he should have the right to fire comedians off TV because he doesn't like what they're doing. Speaking of thin-skinned, Pete, why are you so freaked out about the term elbows up? It's just a hockey expression. In fact, it was starting to die out until you announced that you were really offended by it because it was somehow a threat to the Americans. Well, it comes from the great Gordie Howe. He was a great hockey player, a real class act. The thing about Gordie is that you were going to try and get in the corners with him and get the better of him. Well, you'd be counting your teeth once Mr. Elbows went into action. Now, don't take that as a threat. Honest to God. I mean, we haven't even used terms like dropping the gloves yet. We haven't talked about coach sending us over the boards. And God help you, Pete, if it comes to the moment where we've got to pull the jersey over your head. Now,
Jersey,
the other
that
thing that's concerning me is you're freaked out that we've politely talked about a trade war. Well, here's the thing. Your president, Donald Trump, says copper from Canadian mines represents a national security threat to the United States. Your president, Donald Trump, says lumber from Canadian mills represents a national security threat. Now, I looked up the term national security threat. You know, it refers to acts of international terrorism, threats to national infrastructure, targeting of public places for violence, And yet you'd use that language about Buddy going down to the Home Depot in Arkansas to buy some 2x4s. But you see, this is the kind of ramped up language that MAG has been using to demonize Canada. Like FBI Director Kash Patel saying we're flooding the border with Canadian terrorists. That Kristi Noem says that our
Those are
border
geese.
represents a security threat to the safety of individual
Fucking
Americans.
geese.
Over chickens.
That your government has targeted a Canadian
They started
jurist
robbing the maple
who sits on
syrup
the
with
International Criminal
trebuchets.
Court. Well, we believe in the international rule of law, whether or not Donald Trump, Benjamin Netanyahu, and Vladimir Putin do. Too bad, Pete, but we're going to continue to stand up for that. Now, I guess I shouldn't be expecting too much. You know, I read your biography, Pete. It's on Wikipedia. It's pretty brutal. I'm wondering how you got the job. I mean, maybe that's why you're so against diversity, equity, inclusion. I don't know. I mean, if there were qualified Black, Hispanic, and women candidates, would you have gotten the job? Or are you the kind of guy that Donald Trump wants there? I don't know. But here's the thing that bothers me, Pete. You're from Dutch background, right? And Canadians and the Dutch people have a very, very sacred relationship, because so many of our young people lie in the fields of Holland where they're looked after and commemorated for their sacrifice. You know, I looked up the town where you're from, Groningen, and the Canadians sacrificed to free your relatives. It was a horrific cost. Didn't your parents teach you anything? If not, I'll give you a quick lesson. I mean, people were starving in that spring of 1945, and the Canadians were desperate to get through to help people and to get into Groningen. There were so many refugees there that the Canadians decided not to use the necessary air cover and artillery to protect our soldiers because we didn't want to create civilian casualties. So it meant that our boys had to go in and move out the sniper nests of the SS and the Panzer Grenadiers. You know, they talk about the Battle of Ortona as being Canada's little Stalingrad. We lost 5 times as many in Groningen. 5,000 Canadians lie in the fields of Holland to free your people. And we did that because we believed that it was our job to fight against tyranny. And when it was done, those men came home to build a better nation. So no, Pete, you don't get to tell us how to use the term elbows up. You don't get to push us around because we come from a long line of fascist fighters. And I'll end it here. The next time you get up in public and start talking about how mean and nasty Canadians are, you just thank your lucky stars that the Fort Garry Horse, the British Columbia Dragoons, the Regiment de Maisonneuve, the Canadian Highlanders from the Black Watch, and the Calgary Highlanders were as mean and nasty as they were. Otherwise, you'd still be under the fascist jackboot. And Canadians, we don't intend to be under anybody's jackboot ever. So, Pete, it's going to be elbows up all the time. And here's another thing. Put your mittens on. I can feel a cold wind blowing in from the north right now.
Tell me about my mittens.
It's at least a 3 for that men's comment.
At least, eh? At least.
3.
Well, I have a serious question.
What's that?
Why does it seem like he's doing this on a deserted island that only he can be at? Like, why is it like seem like he's stalking Pete there and like he's sending him that video to like be like, I'm coming for you? Like, what?
He's in his hometown in northern Ontario, just
Yeah,
walking around.
population
Pizza
one?
Rivers.
Pete looks at us like, opens the blinds. Holy
Oh.
shit! What the fuck? This
that'd be
motherfucker! What the fuck?
If anyone's interested, South Park in their most recent
Yo,
episode
come in.
went after Pete Hegseth like no tomorrow. It's
Good.
a good time.
Attack them.
I thought
Content.
that brought a little tear to my eye, man, when he was talking there. To be honest with
Yeah, we know you're unbiased. I get it.
We know about your unbiases, Ollie.
Vote it up, Ollie. It's your last time on the show. It's fine.
Stop saying that. First of all, Mark does not get to make that call.
I do. And Ollie, you're on thin ice.
I am. Uh-oh.
Neither
Yeah,
one of them
yeah.
get to make that call. Ollie's fine.
Global warming's heating up.
I'm
Right.
gonna give him. I'm gonna give him a 7 for content because as an American, I feel a little threatened.
I'm a little threatened, Ollie.
You should. You
What?
should.
Now you
You're
didn't like
threatening your
it.
friends.
Hello, we live here, dick wagon.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we didn't.
But I gotta ask you.
We're not all MAGA.
Did he threaten any Americans there other than Pete Hoekstra? Right.
No, but like
That's
I mean,
that's all he was addressing.
We're
was
talking
just the
about
one
his.
guy.
We're talking about his tone.
Yeah.
It was implied.
it was,
Remember when
it
you
was-
made us
it
stop
was
joking
implied.
about the 51st state thing? Yeah, it's stuff that's the exact same, but it's similar. No one likes to hear their country be threatened with violence, and we understood your concerns, so we curbed our behavior. And now Ollie's like, "Well, now I'm going to do it to you," and I don't
But
feel like that's fair.
There was no threat of violence there at all. What are you talking about? He was talking about one guy and reacting to one guy. And
Now,
Now,
way
what
that
happened with the
he
taking the
handled
gloves off, Ollie? What happened to pulling the jersey over the head, Ollie? Them
Yeah.
wasn't threats.
it. Hoekstra's going to get it to happen to him. If he wants to
So
keep
that's not a
doing
threat.
the stupid stuff he's doing.
Okay.
I'm just
All
saying
right.
The
all
Canadians
Americans
Canadians are
should be threatened by
gaslighting
that.
me now. So
It's
I'm
a
just
it's a
saying all
7 for
Americans
me.
should
It's a
be
7.
threatened by that. Oh,
7's
geez,
pretty
you
high.
guys are
7's pretty
lowballing
high.
them.
I'm not.
I'll,
There's still 2 more ratings.
Yeah.
7 for content.
Content.
7.2.
Wow.
Wow. Make me go
Seven.
last. See now, like you guys didn't get the end of it there when he was talking about Canadians basically putting their lives on the line for other people and for democracy and whatnot like that.
In World War
Like-
II, yeah,
like
we all did that, Ollie.
We basically
everyone fought the Nazis.
no. You don't hear any stories about Americans saying, no, we won't use artillery cover to go in and soften up that town because there's civilians in that town. You don't hear that. That's
That
what
is
the
true.
Canadians were doing.
That is
That's
true,
what the
but
Canadians
like,
were doing. To save civilian lives, they risked more of their own lives.
okay, and where does that land on your rating scale, Ollie?
That's what I'm
9.
saying, dog. Like you telling us the history of World War II. We are all history buffs. We're very aware. You're preaching to the choir. What's your rating though?
9.
Mikey?
I'll give him an 8.
All right.
I think it was good, even though he tried to scare us.
Uh,
That's why he's like,
uh,
I'm not talking about you, but you should worry
I pooped a
anyway.
little.
delivery.
Yeah. Remember when we used to clear trenches with it? No, like
Yeah.
he had a little burn down the White House energy, and you know that, and that's why you're smiling so big right now.
He had
delivery.
good positive energy. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead.
No,
No,
don't
what
let
you-
us
what
don't
you
let us
said-
soil your rankings.
Yeah, no.
Well,
set the tone.
Yeah, you said it.
Delivery. I love the setting, right? So we're including that type of stuff in this
Excess
thing.
backyard.
I'm a little disappointed with the raggy collar on the jacket he was wearing. I'll admit that. But he was dressed like he was going hunting or fishing. That's the way he was dressed.
That-
for
and that's
people.
not threatening.
Hunting for men.
So
The most dangerous
But-
game.
I mean, he was fiery in all the rates. Well, that's vibes. To me, the delivery was great because he was just hitting all the right notes. He was being very patriotic, and it was a clear sounding off that we're not going to be bullied. That's what it was
So,
to me.
What
right?
number?
I'm 8.5.
Okay. Mark.
He should invest in a little drone that follows him around so he doesn't have to hold the camera.
Oh yeah. Little production value.
Yes.
Or a
But
selfie
otherwise,
stick.
I think that was a solid 8 for sure.
Yeah.
I'll go with 8.
I'll agree that. What'd you say,
Mike?
Mikey?
8.
8.
Ocho.
I'll
That-
agree.
That
on the
rating is basically anyone that would do it in that way would probably get an 8, no matter the content
Yeah.
or the vibe of it, just because it bothers me a little.
Unless there was
So-
like a waterfall in the background. That's an instant 10.
Oh yeah,
I like waterfalls.
waterfall.
Uh,
Good.
Finally, vibes.
I think it was
to
a good,
me-
I think it was a 9. Honestly,
Yeah,
9 for me too.
To me, he was an S rank on the vibes.
All right,
Yeah.
so 10.
go 10.
So
9, 9, and I will go 8.5. So that all averages to an 8.35 for Charlie Angus.
Can I
All
make
right.
a suggestion?
Yes.
We do the remainder of them in lightning mode so we can actually get this done so Ollie doesn't have to stay
Yes.
up till 1,000,000 o'clock.
Yes.
All right, roll the die.
Yeah.
Roll the
Roll
die.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Ones,
That one
ones
fell
and
on the
fives.
floor.
Oh, God damn it.
Does it
Ones
count?
and fives don't count. Ones and fives
is a
don't count.
6.
6.
6.
Rock
Pick
and
up six.
roll.
Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah.
Yay!
Ten.
S next.
All 10.
I know. I told you this is lightning around, baby. We getting through here. We're gonna be done in 15 minutes.
All right. I pre-screened this with the fellas, so we haven't seen this one.
And let me tell you why nobody wants to talk to y'all behind closed doors, because y'all lie. That's just the bottom line. You have done it thus far in this investigation. You have done it this far as it relates to this committee. And every single hearing, y'all spin. I don't know how y'all are still standing right now, because you should be quite dizzy from all the spinning that you're constantly doing when it comes to spinning the truth.
Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett has been going toe to toe with the Republicans and taking them to school.
White privilege. It was a spit in the face, at least of mine as a Black woman, for you to talk about what white privilege looks like, especially from that side of the aisle. And let me quote your now ousted speaker and what he had to say about the Republican Party and y'all's lack of diversity. When you look at the Democrats, they actually look like America. When I look at my party, we look like the most restrictive country club in America. So let me tell you something. Y'all don't know what white privilege looks like, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of something. You want to talk about a two-tier justice system, and this is the only time that y'all have ever referenced it, when this country has a history when it comes to Black and brown folk of having two separate sets of rules. To be clear, whatever happens to your little leader, it's going to be because of the actions that he took. So you can talk all you want to about how January 6th was nonsense, but all of y'all were running at that time. Y'all were grabbing y'all's gas and y'all were running to your offices because you didn't know if they were coming to kill you. You should have cared that somebody was there to protect you, but instead you want to play games because you found out that it was your leader that decided that he wanted to propagate an insurrection on our country. So don't tell me that you care about the Constitution, because you don't. All you care about is Trump getting reelected.
Crockett refusing to entertain Nancy Mace's dig at Hunter Biden proved to be effective.
Damn, TYTY, all cut up everything.
Bid for daring to represent.
Well, Trustee, since you've been a prosecutor before,
Oh, I suppose that's it, because that's a different video.
Let me see if I can find that one. Any guesses on which committee that was?
It looks like oversight, because Raskin's there.
Okay.
Boy, I know way too much about these committees.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I think Marjorie Taylor
Context,
Greene's
please.
there. Here.
I'm looking for the outfit. She has a different black and red one. Black
Yeah,
and
this is
pink.
oversight.
Hold, please.
Because Jasmine Crockett's been the most vocal on oversight, so I assume that it's there.
Remember when Marjorie Taylor Greene had that clip where she was like slamming the gavel like 37 times?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I found it.
Yeah, she was yelling at
I think
Nancy
this is it.
Mason, James Comer.
Putting it in the private chat. No. Sent. I think this is it.
All right.
emphasize the importance of telling the truth. Chairman Comer has given us alternative facts about the testimony of Mr. Devin Archer provided to this committee, the Democrats and Republicans, but behind closed doors. Again, it's common sense not to trust my colleagues on the other side of the aisle when it comes to stating the facts, because they are the same ones that gave us alternative facts about the election. They gave us alternative facts about January 6th. And thus far, they have given us alternative facts, at least to the American people, about their motivation for this impeachment inquiry. So I do have a few receipts that I'd like to go through. On December 6, 2023, Chairman Comer tweeted out that President Biden emailed with his son's business associates. But let me
Tim,
be
I found the
clear,
real
in
one. I found the real
consulting
one. I found the real one.
transcripts,
This ain't
it was
the real one?
determined
No,
that
no,
those-
no.
No, that's a different top.
Honestly, I think it's the same top. She wore it a year later.
Oh, okay.
That
What
video's from
was-
2 years ago. The one I just put in there now is from 1 year ago, and it says C-SPAN white privilege debate clips. So I think that's what she was talking about.
Second
Oh, yeah,
Nancy
so
question.
she's
Mason's
talking-
here.
Yeah.
White privilege coming into
I
the
just
open
accidentally found the
spitting
other
in
time
our
she wore
face,
that.
ignoring a congressional subpoena to be deposed. What are you afraid of? You have no balls to come up here and,
Mr. Chairman, point of inquiry.
Mr. Chairman.
If
The ladies
recognize-
if the gentle lady wants to hear from
I just want to say, what the fuck is the camera doing right now? Why is it not
Staring
on
at
them?
Hunter.
Hunter Biden, we can hear from him right now, Mr.
And you
Chairman. Let's
wouldn't
take a
speak the
vote and hear
president.
from
I'm
Hunter Biden.
speaking.
What are you
women
afraid of?
allowed to speak
What are you
in here?
afraid of?
hold on.
Why-
Order,
why are you
order,
guys not
order.
willing to let
Are
us-
women allowed
You know
to
what?
speak in here or no?
This is
Are
a shit
women
show.
allowed to
I
speak?
vote we
Order.
let
You
it
keep
fucking play all the
interrupting
way
me.
out.
I'll
I like
You
interrupt.
keep
I don't
interrupting.
know that he's a lady.
But
He's
let's-
a
I
lady.
think that that Hunter Biden should be arrested right here, right now, and go straight to jail. Our nation is founded on the rule
Yo,
of
come
law.
on,
Comer's the
come
worst
on.
And the
chair
premise
ever.
We're not
that
doing
the
this,
law
please.
applies equally to everyone, no matter what your last
Point of
name.
order, Mr. Chairman. Point
It
of order.
doesn't matter who you are.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. Biggs over here.
Donald Trump Jr.
Biggs over here.
State your point, Mr. Biggs.
Yeah, my point of order is this. Are we going to continue on with this blatant interruption? This is absurd and inappropriate. I intend to give my statement. I don't intend to have anybody interrupted. I'm not going to interrupt your statements. I think you should have decorum and courtesy and don't act like a bunch of nimrods.
You just interrupted a woman.
And that's five.
I got permission.
Can we agree? Everyone has
Mr.
5
Chairman,
minutes. Can we agree?
Point of order again.
This country
The
is trash.
assertion that I
Yo.
interrupted
Yeah.
was absolutely false. That's typical of
I
the
got a
gentleman who
background for
spoke it. I got permission to speak from the chairman. I spoke. I was interrupted yet again by the gentleman who doesn't choose to go through the chair and follow proper order. I encourage us. I think if we're going to have any respect at all, we need to have proper decorum.
Well, well said.
Okay, all right. So we
Who
love the
is judging this?
Constitution today, and we also want to talk about foreign money coming in. Have y'all seen the report that was just produced where this chairman decided that he was going to block this committee from receiving additional information about y'all's guy Trump and all the money that he took?
Y'all's guy.
From what we did receive, we know that Trump got almost $6 million that we can account for, and we know that that's more, that there's more there from China specifically. We found almost $8 million total that
Coincidence.
he accepted from foreign governments
news.
while he was serving
prove
as
any
the
of that.
president of these United States. But we're concerned about the president's son who has not been involved in his administration. I just want to run it back, though, to the very beginning,
Yeah, run
because
it back.
this is something that I just can't get over. I can't get over the gentle lady from South Carolina talking about white privilege. It was a spit in the face, at least of mine as a Black woman, for you to talk about what white privilege looks like, especially from that side of the aisle. And let me quote your now ousted speaker and what he had to say about the Republican Party and y'all's lack of diversity. When you look at the Democrats, they actually look like America. When I look at my party, we look like the most restrictive country club in America. So let me tell you something. Y'all don't know what white privilege looks like, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of something. You see, you want to talk about a two-tier justice system, and this is the only time that y'all have ever referenced it, when this country has a history when it comes to Black and brown folk of having two separate sets of rules. And right now, what you want to do is have two separate sets of rules because Mr. Moskowitz offered y'all a fair situation. He said he would vote for Hunter to be held in contempt if y'all voted to hold all, even if you remove all of the members of Congress. There's still other people that y'all haven't decided that y'all have excuses for, but y'all don't want to hold them in contempt. But for some reason, it makes sense to hold Hunter Biden in contempt, who has tried to comply. And let me tell you why nobody wants to talk to y'all behind closed doors, because y'all lie. That's just the bottom line. You have done it thus far
There it
in this
is.
investigation. You have done it this far as it relates to this committee. And every single hearing, y'all spin, spin, spin. I don't know how y'all are still standing right now, because you should be quite dizzy from all the spinning that you're constantly doing when it comes to spinning the truth. You talk about free and fair elections, but you back a guy who we know tried to steal the election. And this isn't about what Democrats have to say. Let me remind you, for those of you that don't know how the justice system works, it's not a matter of the president went in and indicted Trump, but we are talking about grand juries. Grand juries are comprised of American citizens, and the people that have entered pleas of guilty that will be flipping on your leader in a minute, they are Republicans. I do want to point that out. And half of them were Republicans that were handpicked by Donald Trump himself. So, to be clear, whatever happens to your little leader, it's going to be because of the actions that he took.
Little.
So you can talk all you want to about
Only
how
my dick
January
in my
6th
hands.
was nonsense, but all of y'all were running at that time. Y'all were grabbing
so
y'all's
big.
gas masks and y'all were running to your offices because you didn't know if they were coming to kill you. You should have cared that somebody was there to protect you, but instead you want to play games because you found out that it was your
Finish
leader
her.
that decided that he wanted to propagate an insurrection on our country. So don't tell me that you care about the Constitution, because you don't. All you care about is Trump getting reelected, and I'll yield the last of my time to my leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm just
Yeah, we're,
All
we're
right.
having a problem tonight, guys. We did that video. The first video we did of her too.
No, it's not, Ollie.
I bet you it's in the Unboxed Politics playlist.
Also, I pre-screened this with you, gentlemen, and you said it was fine.
Said I thought we had lost it, and somebody else said no, we hadn't. And I'm saying again, no, we watched that one. I'm sure.
Ollie, we haven't seen any of these videos.
I don't watch
before.
these videos.
We've seen
Ollie,
none of these
I've seen
videos
that one
before.
before.
Anyway, content.
We're moving on.
Ollie's like, Angus ain't going nowhere, damn it. We saw this already. That was too good of a video. This is a repeat. Disqualified it.
I just got to say, we did the same thing last year. And was it for the same person? Just saying.
I mean, Ollie, you are
trying to
here.
say, Ollie?
You know what I mean? If we're going astray, you could be helping us not be astray. Instead of just like, look, astray again. Like, you are part of this. You cultivate the videos with us.
I remembered all that stuff she was saying at the end. It was like, because we had watched that part of it for sure.
Well, then we hadn't watched the whole thing. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we never watched it from the beginning with Nancy Mace.
I don't think we saw the Nancy Mace part at the beginning. No, but
All
I
right,
think
new
we saw
video
the
then.
whole video.
Okay.
So are we rating Nancy Mace? Okay, 2.
Ollie, we were trying to help you get through this by not taking it 8 hours.
I know.
We're challenging every
But-
video, so it's going to take 8 hours.
I'm
Ollie,
sorry.
I'm just like, you can't be mad when you're tired later, because we were trying to plow through these.
We all agreed before the show that this was fine.
Content 9.
Content.
I'll go 9.
9. I'm good.
I will agree with a 9 for content. Delivery. Ollie,
didn't
what was
vote.
your content?
Like I'm so torn. I really am. Like I said, it is Jasmine Crockett that won last year, right? I am remembering that correct because we did a repeat.
No, you're
video,
not,
right?
because AOC won last year.
It was
Yeah,
sorry.
AOC won,
that's
yeah.
Not all black women are the
Sorry.
same.
No, but
Some
Not all
are, some
black
are
women
Puerto
are black.
Rican.
Exactly.
Some black women are Puerto Rican women.
dude, it's a year ago and I smoke a lot of pot.
So let us guide you through this troubled time, Ollie. Do not
But
fight
it
us.
did happen
Gouged it.
last year where we watched the repeat video, and that's how we got
Yes,
to
we
the winner.
didn't. We did not have the same
So-
rules last year.
All right, I think Ollie said 9. So
No, I didn't.
What's your number, Ollie?
8.
Okay,
I should go 6 because you guys tanked Angus so hard with fucking content.
we did not.
My God, there's a whole nother round. He's fine. Stop.
Yeah, this isn't the last round.
We have a whole nother round after
Delivery.
this.
She was very fiery.
I mean,
It was
she's,
spicy.
She's one of the best.
8.5.
Yeah, I'm at.
I was going to say 7.5. It was good.
I'm gonna say 8.
If she would have
Ollie?
cussed, I would have gave her a 10.
No. Yeah, if she would have cussed
We're
you.
back to that rating.
Yeah,
that's an
I-
easy way to get to the top of the leaderboards. You start cussing people
I'll
out
go
in
in the middle of
public on
everybody.
C-SPAN.
8.25.
Okay. He's got to make the math hard.
Right. Come on, man. You know he got an Excel spreadsheet.
7.39.
And finally, vibes.
You're going to have question marks all throughout that bitch.
I mean, I'm going to go with 9 for vibes.
Yeah, I can't disagree, honestly.
9.5.
8.75.
You know what?
Okay.
10.
Okay.
No, right. You want to play that game out? We'll even this shit out.
10.5, Tim.
What?
You cannot break the scale. I gave you guys from 1 to 10. Stop.
They didn't let us go to the decimal points.
Like
I don't think he's actually writing down those decimal points, guys. I'm going to be honest with you.
No, I am.
He just rounding that shit down and going on with his day.
Damn, he
I'm
wrote
rounding it to. I am rounding it to quarters. Every time you guys
Yeah.
say like 9.2 or whatever, I'm rounding it to quarters.
Don't tell him that. Tell him you round down every time. I'm going to go with a 9.
Right.
It was as much as she could have gotten away with at that time period.
For sure.
Okay, and Mark, your actual number was a 10.
No, 9 is fine.
Okay. All right. Okay.
If Ollie intentionally tanked it, then yes, it would be a 10.
What?
That gives.
No,
Jesse-
I wasn't. What score did you give her? 9, right?
Yeah.
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 I said if you, not that you did.
With a 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Gives her an average of 8.625.
Whew.
That feels right.
Only slightly above Charlie Angus.
Yeah.
All right. Ollie, roll a D4.
10. How about a D10? We got 5 left, right?
Yeah.
Ollie, why don't you just do what he asked you?
Because I don't have a D4. I have
All right, roll-
D10s,
yeah.
D20s, and
Okay.
D8s. I rolled a 1, so cut in half would be still a 1.
Okay,
Whatever your
hey.
first video is.
Let's see. That's Mamdani and
Oh, okay. I'll be fine.
M is then
Bernie Sanders. We got a 2 for guys. We're getting some of this out of the way.
Even better.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
Bernie
they're gonna hold
Sanders
hands.
interviewing Mamdani at what looks like a diner.
Okay.
Senator,
hell's-
Welcome to Larry's. Bernie's in the corner.
Mayor.
so many people
He's
know
the-
you as a senator, as a presidential candidate, but you were also a mayor.
For 8 years. 4
8
terms.
years, 4 terms. And the time when you
Damn.
decided to run, Ronald Reagan had just won the presidency. He had even won Vermont. And yet there you were as a Democratic Socialist deciding to run for mayor. What made you make that decision?
I think Reagan was part of it. During that period, this is ancient history. You know, we were dealing with serious economic problems. We had come off of the war in Vietnam some years before. And basically, it was an attempt to involve people in the political process to revitalize American democracy. And one of the accomplishments that I am most proud of in my life is between my first and second term, we came close to doubling voter turnout.
Wow.
How's that?
Damn.
That's pretty incredible.
So people had given up on the political process, mostly lower income working class people started to get involved.
How did you do that?
Here's a radical idea, all right? I don't want anyone to listen. We paid attention to the needs of the people. I know. Oh God, radical idea. In other words, like many cities, the needs of working class and low income communities had been ignored. So in Vermont, we get a lot of snow. So we made sure that snow removal took place in low income working class neighborhoods.
So we're just talking about the potential of Burlington's waterfront. What do you think? I think it has a lot of potential if there would be some improvements to it.
We developed programs for the children of those areas. We started a after-school program for the first time. We started a child care program. We started a teen center. We started a kids newspaper, a kids cable TV show. We started paying attention to the senior citizens.
I wanna
of
live
the
in
low income
Burlington.
Working class
Yeah,
neighborhoods.
damn.
Make sure that street
Yeah.
repaving
Yeah.
paid attention to those often neglected communities. Today, it's even worse than it was back then. People really feel government has ignored them, and we've got to start paying attention to the needs of ordinary people.
He won his first election by just 10 votes, a genuine upset.
Damn.
An
10
independent,
votes.
beating
Fuck.
both the
Damn.
Democrats and the Republicans.
Look at him then.
When we started our campaign, we were reading about
Bernard.
your path when you ran for mayor. You were in your 30s, You were running against
You look
someone
like
who
a
had
music
been
producer.
in power for quite some time.
5 terms.
5 terms, and he struggled to pronounce your last name.
Yep.
He called you
Saunders.
Saunders. What took you to the point
How the
where
hell
you
do
were
you fuck
able
up
to
Sanders?
We
take
ran,
over?
if I must say so.
Please.
You know, what we did back then is exactly what I'm trying to do politically today. You had a city at that time that was dominated by a conservative democratic establishment. And so many people were left out of the political process. So what did we do? We went to the low-income public housing. We talked to people. What are your needs here? We talked to women's groups. This is way back when. We did not really have an opportunity.
Has Bernie Sanders ever looked young ever in his life?
No.
He's dressed. He's always dressed like an old man.
He's
He came
always
out
dressed
wearing
like
a
an old-
suit,
Yep.
and he'd go down to the ground wearing a suit.
Oh.
I do miss the
Talking
80s.
You've
to
seen him
people
with the
in the arts
mittens.
community. What can we do more? We have meetings with hundreds of parents to talk about what we can do to improve life for the kids. And then a week before the election, we talked to the Burlington Patrolmen's Association, police union. And we said, look, you guys said, you guys are workers. It's a difficult job being a cop. How can the city play a better role? And we talked about it.
You were sharing earlier that when you won the race, you then came into a city council.
That's still shut up. We had 13 people on the board of aldermen, and their strategy was very simple. They said it was a fluke. That was the word that they used. He somehow got in. We're going to make sure he doesn't accomplish anything. 2 years from now, people are going to come to their senses and re-elect all of us, right? They made life miserable. They denied all of my appointments. So I had to work with people who had spent their whole life trying to defeat me. 1 year later, I worked so hard knocking on doors. We ran a slate of candidates. On election day, we won 3 seats, plus 2 gave me veto power, changed the whole direction.
How
And I
you
think
win?
even our opponent said, "Oop, that we better back off. What Bernie is doing is what people want him to do." So we did so many things which brought people together to help develop a sense of community. I'll give you an example. It's a beautiful city. And I said, look, I want to plant trees all over the city. Oh, it can't be done. Well, we ended up getting money. And you know who planted hundreds of trees in the city of Burlington? The people. On a given Saturday, all over the city of Burlington, people were out there planting their own trees.
Yo, it's time to move
We
to
started a
Vermont.
jazz festival, which shut down the entire
Yes,
city for
ooh.
free jazz all over the city. Still going today. Circuses. We just did a whole lot of things to bring
Circus?
people together culturally.
Excited that Ella Fitzgerald is here. It's certainly going to be a great few days. Thank you very much.
Ella
And where
Fitzgerald
would you find
showed
the
up.
funding for this?
Damn.
You know, it's not a lot of money, to tell you the truth. You'd be surprised that small amounts of money can really go a long way, especially in a small city. One of the things in the
Man, we
arts
should have had
community, and I
President
found out when
Bernie.
I ran for president. There's so
I
many
know,
great
right?
musicians
We're,
and artists out there.
you guys
They
got
want
robbed
you give
there.
them an opportunity to perform, to be
Fucking
supportive
robbed.
of work.
All right. So there was a bit of a bait and switch here. This is really more about Bernie
was just
Sanders than
Bernie.
Mamdani. So we will rate Bernie, and I will find a Mamdani video.
Damn it.
No, Bernie Sanders content.
I like the content here. I mean, it wasn't super fiery or anything, but I just like the overall message and the way
Yeah.
the things that he covered. I'm at a solid 8.
Yeah, I can go 8.
Yeah, 8 works for me.
Yeah, it works for me.
I think he'll probably lose a little on delivery.
Yeah.
Because it's not a fiery burn it down. It's more of like
The millionaires
past
and the
happened and-
billionaires.
you know where we got the fertilizer for the trees? Rich people.
Huh?
The bones of oligarchs.
So
Call it the boneyard.
Bernie Sanders.
The bone garden.
Quick question, Mikey. Did we do Mamdani's victory speech for Unboxed?
Yes. We did.
Yeah, we
Okay.
covered that whole thing.
Okay.
You
Okay.
were away. You were away. We covered it, right?
Oh yes. Okay.
I think.
All right.
Wait,
I have a
wait.
Or was that?
We-
did we just cover the?
Let me
the
ask my
debate?
question. You just kept going again.
Oh.
Did we watch the debate or did we rate a video of his?
Did we rate his victory speech?
Yeah. So yes, we
we-
watched 2 debates.
2 debates.
Yes.
And we watched his victory speech on the big stage after he won.
Okay.
I
think
remember
so, yes.
watching it.
Okay.
I think there was 3 debates.
There may have been, but I don't know which one.
We did.
Maybe
2
we didn't
debates.
watch the first.
No, we definitely watched the first one. I didn't know that there was going to be a second one. Was there only 2?
We
There
we
was-
did 2. I don't know.
There
if
were
there was
3, but one of them had all of the candidates, and then 2 just had Mamdani
And there was a primary debate.
The three of them.
and the other guy.
We watched the
Sliwa.
primary debate, I think, and then I think we watched the 3 of them.
Yeah.
We watched the 3 of them twice. We didn't watch the one with any more kids.
Yeah, I found a video that no one has seen that has 1 million views, so we're good.
Perfect.
All right, so Bernie
All right,
Sanders
Delivery.
delivery.
7?
Yeah, he was pretty bland. I was thinking 7 too.
It was good. Nothing special.
Could I have them?
You know what? I'll give Bernie an 8. I like
Okay.
I like the one-on-one vibe of it.
Yeah. You like the way that shirt fit him too?
Mikey,
All
What
he
was
cares
the
about-
question?
delivery. Bernie Sanders.
Delivery. Give us a number.
A solid 7.
Okay.
His own
7.25
Brooklyn-
is your average.
Vibes.
Not very fiery, but still, it was a great message.
I mean, listening to
Bernie
Bernie
gets it.
Sanders talk about all the shit that he did in Vermont
It's still
Yeah.
fun.
makes me want to live in Vermont.
It kind of
Is
does.
this all for me? All right.
So I'm going to give him a 9 on vibes because I want to
Oh.
live in Burlington.
Yeah, no, it's not that good. But
I think it is. He won an election. Just looking at the vibe of his information, he won an election. The whole establishment was against him, so he worked his aft off in the next round, took over the majority with veto power, and actually fixed shit.
Yep, he did.
So, like, I
In
would
the
actually,
80s.
I think it's an 8.5 for
Yeah.
me.
See, I was at an 8 myself. So, vibe. Mikey, can you throw us a number right quick for vibes? Oh, he's muted. Yep, you're muted.
Nope.
Still muted.
I unplugged it very slightly and I saw the light
I
was
see.
blinking. I was like,
Oh,
I don't think they can hear me.
Nope.
What was
What was
it?
your
What am
number,
I
Mikey?
for
Vibes.
vibes?
Sanders.
yeah.
I didn't know all that stuff about Mayor Sanders, and it makes me wish I had President Sanders. So 9 for the president, the stolen president, the robbed
That's
king.
the
All right, so Mark, you said,
I got my
8.5.
potato.
8.5.
and Ollie.
8.
Okay, so 8.
Didn't make me want to live in Vermont. Sorry, I got all that stuff here.
It's just southern Canada.
Or maybe I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
What?
Put it in the private chat.
Nope. Ollie, I don't want to say it.
What? Am I just being outvoted that badly that you guys are just swaying the votes? Yeah, I get it.
No.
Yeah,
You said
he's
it's someone said it's Southern Canada, and I wanted to be like, well, maybe Canada is. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it.
We'll hold the truce, even though someone else violated it.
Okay, I know I tricked you all earlier, but this is
You
the
didn't give
actual
us an
Mamdani
average.
video.
You didn't give us Sanders'
Oh,
average.
his average was, hold on, un momento, 7.96. So
Pillsbury.
he is currently in 3rd place.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bam. Mamdani being interviewed by George Stephanopoulos.
Papadopoulos.
Falafelis.
Whatever his name is.
These are on Mamdani.
That guy
Steph
looks like
Curry.
somebody else.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very
This
much for
morning.
having me.
You broke a lot of new ground last night. First Muslim mayor of New York, first Democratic Socialist, first mayor to win more than 1 million votes in 3 decades, youngest mayor in more than a century. So what is the message and the mandate behind that?
The message is about transforming the most expensive city in the United States of America into one that's affordable for each and every New Yorker. And what New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs gave us last night was a mandate to pursue the most ambitious affordability agenda the city has seen since the days of Fiorello LaGuardia. And it's time that we start to deliver it.
Well, let's dig into that because you're
He
talking about
looks a little
rent-free,
hungover.
free buses. You're talking about free
just
shopping.
won.
Can you do that without raising taxes?
I think you can do that, and I think you have to raise taxes on the top 1% of New Yorkers who make more than $1 million a year, and you do that by raising taxes by them 2%. And then you also increase the corporate tax of New York State to match that of New Jersey. So that takes us from about 7.25 to about 11.5%, which is what we see in New Jersey. These things together raise about $9 billion, which more than pays for our economic agenda and also starts to Trump-proof our state.
But are you worried that could drive a lot of job creators out of New York?
So what I've heard from a number of business leaders is that the affordability crisis is also affecting their ability to attract and retain talent. The city's inability to provide childcare means that businesses often have to provide stipends for that childcare. Right now, the absence of universal childcare means that a family will pay around $22,500 a year, which is more money than many of them would spend if they sent that same kid to college 18 years later. And it is time for city government to actually step up to the responsibility that it has.
Not just the city government, that kind of a tax increase is going to require the state as well, including the governor, Kathy Hochul. Is she on board?
You know, I'm proud to have Governor Kathy Hochul's endorsement and the endorsement of our agenda, specifically universal childcare. And I've said
Good
time and again,
non-answer.
I think these are the two most direct and straightforward ways to raise this revenue. If there are other ways to raise this funds, the most important thing is that we actually fund this agenda.
Legalize gambling.
Watching you last night, it appears that he was watching
I already
you.
have that in New
And
York.
it also appears that he and other
More
Republicans are trying to
gambling.
make you the poster boy of the Democratic Party. Mike Johnson,
Fully
Speaker of the
legalized
House,
pot.
calls you a true extremist and
I
a
think it is.
Marxist. And he says now every House Democrat incumbent and candidate will co-own Mamdani's disastrous record in the 2026 midterms. How do you respond to that?
Well, I'm looking forward to showing the power of an example here in New York City, an example of what it means to not just diagnose the despair in working people's lives as the cost of living crisis, but to deliver on it. And that's the contrast between myself and President Trump. He's someone who ran an entire presidential campaign on the promise of cheaper groceries and is now, as the president, making it harder for Americans to afford those groceries by cutting SNAP benefits.
You worried he's going to crack down on New York City, maybe even do what he's done and tried to do in Portland and other cities, call the National Guard in?
You know, I think that his threats are inevitable. I also know that it's time we actually call this for what it is. This has nothing to do with safety. It has to do with intimidation. If it was safety, President Trump would be threatening to deploy the National Guard to the top 10 states of crime, 8 out of which are all Republican-led. But because of that party, he won't actually be doing so.
So you say you won't be intimidated. How do you stand up to it?
I think there's a number of ways. The first thing is you actually utilize the courts. You stop treating things as being law just by virtue of the fact that President Trump is saying them. You can look at the example of California, where you find the Attorney General, the governor, and the mayor of LA coming together, filing a lawsuit in opposition to the deployment of the National Guard. A federal judge found in their favor, and the Attorney General estimated that for every dollar they spent, they recovered more than $30,000 in funds that would have otherwise been seized by the federal government.
How about crime? Have you convinced Commissioner Tisch to stay on the police commissioner?
You know, I've made my decision to retain Commissioner Tisch, and I've done so because Eric Adams had stacked the upper echelons of the NYPD with incompetence and corruption. She came in, started to tackle that, deliver accountability, and reduce crime across the 5 boroughs. That is what we would build upon under a Mamdani administration, in addition to creating a Department of Community Safety to tackle the mental health and homelessness crisis head on.
You've made your decision. Has she made hers?
I am looking forward to continue to having conversations with her and to assembling
know.
a government of the best and the brightest to deliver on this agenda.
You know, last night you also said you wanted to reach out to New Yorkers who didn't vote for you. Probably highest on that list is Jewish New Yorkers. It looks like there was about a 30-point gap, according to the exit polls, between you and former Governor Cuomo. How do you convince those voters that your vision of New York includes them and your victory is not a threat to them?
You know, I was on the M57 not too long ago, which is the slowest bus in New York City, 4.9 miles an hour. And I was seated next to a woman who introduced herself to me as a speech therapist. She told me that she was Jewish, and she said that her daughter is a huge fan in phone banks from college and that she wasn't so sure. And I asked her to share, and she shared her thoughts about what it also means to be Jewish in New York City today and the scourge of anti-Semitism that often worries her, that she was trying to sell her apartment. A realtor told her to put away, in her words, the Jewish books on her bookshelf. And I told her that this was unacceptable, that we were fighting for a city that didn't just protect Jewish New Yorkers, but celebrated and cherished those same New Yorkers. And I'm looking forward to being the mayor for every single person that calls the city home and showing that my job is not to remake City Hall in my image, but rather in the image of struggling New Yorkers. And that means New Yorkers will find themselves and their struggles in people who have decision-making power across my administration.
You said a lot of that during the campaign, but it didn't seem to work with this group of voters. What?
That's 5 minutes.
Yeah, cute. Kay's not buying it in the chat.
He did give a bunch of very political answers, but
Yeah.
like that's not.
This was very political.
Yeah.
However, it's the video we're going to read him on. So, content, Mamdani.
I appreciate his message. I appreciate what he wants to do. I think he has a plan for it. We've heard it all before. 6.5.
I was thinking 7.
Mike,
I agree with everything
Mike,
you
you're
said.
might be
broken.
unplugged again.
You're still muted.
Hijo de puta.
Son of a
It's supposed
penguin.
It's supposed to be going for my Stream Deck, but it's not. All right. I have to fix that. I'll give him a 6.5.
Ollie,
I said 7.
you said 7. Okay, I will also say 7.
6.75.
Delivery.
You could really tell he was hungover. Like I said, you could even
He
hear it
doesn't
in
drink.
his voice.
He's a Muslim.
What? I don't
He's
know
a
about
Muslim,
that.
He doesn't drink.
Well,
You're
he
not
might
sure
not
he's
drink
Muslim?
drinking. No. I'm not. Does he not drink? I don't know about
He
that.
might.
Yeah.
He might.
Some Muslims,
He might
some
not have
Muslims drink,
slept.
right?
He's probably
It might just
sleepy.
be that he has not slept at all, but you can really hear it in his voice too. His voice is right rough too.
Well, he just
So,
did 6 months of talking nonstop. I'll give him a sore voice.
yeah. So, but I mean, it was.
I think this is
fairly
the morning
mellow
after.
delivery.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
the
it
morning.
is.
But,
Yeah.
but look at the hair's gelled nice. He's got a good look going on.
Look at the
There are
bags
some
under
bags
those
under
eyes,
his
too.
eyes. He is clearly tired.
Tired. He looks like he hasn't slept in a month. He's got
I think
zombie
this
eyes
is
going there, dude.
It's like 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and
Yeah,
he just
yeah.
won at like 1
Yeah.
a.m. after all that shit.
So,
I'll give him a 7 for delivery.
I can agree with a 7 for delivery.
Yeah, that's fine.
He was
That's
he was
fine.
fairly he wasn't horrible or anything like that, but yeah, you could tell he was in rough shape.
All right, Mamdani vibes.
Ooh.
I mean, I'll go first.
I
I like
like what he
I
said.
like everything he's going for.
Yeah.
Being in like the New York tri-state area, I'm hopeful that his policies will affect policies near me. So I'll give him an 8, benefit of the doubt.
I think a lot of it's
2 or 3. Go ahead.
I think a lot of it's going to work. It'll be slower. The question is, will New York be patient enough to let it work?
Yeah.
No.
Because things, well, they might, because I mean, they just had Eric Adams for how many years, literally doing fucking nothing except for like, maybe we should start stop and frisk again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if the people of New York can be patient enough, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah.
And
They
then
gotta give
yeah,
him at
Tim,
least
you're
4
right.
years.
And then Tim, you're right. If it works good in New York, other large cities are going to start copying it. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
here's
I'll give
here's
it. I'll
hoping.
give it an 8. Was everyone else
37.
going for?
I was a bit-
7.5. I'm splitting it.
I'm sitting here going, yeah, I like a lot of things he said, and I agree with what you're saying. The direction he could go in could really be great, but his avoidance of a couple of those questions straight out without like giving non-answers, the political answers, bit disappointing. So I'm at a 7.
All right.
This was not a great video for him. We could have probably found a better, more fiery one, but unfortunately,
Well,
We
none
watched
are
all
go-
the good ones.
Yeah, we watched.
Maybe.
We did watch a
Maybe.
good number of them. All right, Ollie. There are only 3 choices left.
3 choices left. All right,
Roll a
I'm rolling
D13.
I don't have
Roll-
that.
D30.
I'm rolling a D10, and I'll just cut it in the thirds.
If only
Oh,
there
I
was
rolled a
something that was
10.
like double 3.
I
Maybe-
don't have a 6-sided handy. Sorry,
You don't have a D6. What the?
They're over
How did
there.
you-
They're over
Where
there.
are you?
Listen, all I got is my Delta Green dice handy, and that's it, and a D20.
Multihedral my ass.
So, but I rolled a 6 divided, so that's the third. So middle, whatever your middle one is.
Okay. That would be Connecticut Congressman John Larson.
Meh.
John Larson. I don't remember who this is, by the way,
Shame.
but I'll probably remember. Oh, is it that guy?
Shame.
Shame.
That's
Um,
right. He got a huge rank for one video.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
And then
a very
I
good
got
rank.
him. And then I got him a few more videos so that he wouldn't go away.
President excluded Russia, Belarus, Cuba, and North Korea from the new global tariff. The Treasury sector said Russia wasn't on the list because they already imposed sanctions to prevent most U.S.-Russia trade, making higher tariffs unnecessary. Question's kind of twofold. Is that the case with Russia, Belarus, Cuba, and North Korea? While trade in goods has decreased, trade with Russia is still significant. Last time I checked, it's like 3.5 billion, well above the volumes of trade for many smaller countries that my colleagues have already been through that are impacted by this. So first, was this an oversight, or is the president trying to reinvigorate trade with Russia?
What?
So there's no effort to reinvigorate trade with Russia. Congress did the right thing a couple of years ago and revoked permanent normal trade relations with Russia, so put in the bad category. And so Belarus, Russia, North Korea, they already have their own high tariffs already in a category that Congress has
So
established.
it doesn't matter. They're not part of this.
Well, it does matter. They already have these high tariffs. They don't have permanent normal trade relations. We have normal trade relations with these others. I think if there's
So
trade
why
with
are the
Russia,
penalties that much more? Why are the tariffs that much more higher on other country and allies than they are in Russia? Because we're already doing enough with Russia?
no, it's because in the sanctions law, there's always an exclusion for agricultural products. And I think that's the only type of trade we really have with Russia. But all of those folks, they're sanctioned. They're subject to embargoes of one type or another. Congress revoked permanent normal trade relations. And that's certainly the right answer for those folks. We should not have normal trade relations with those countries.
Well,
And we
let me
don't.
ask you this then. Would you commit here that if we see trade increasing from last year, that USTR will take action to increase tariffs on Russia?
Oh, I'm happy to monitor that and advise the president accordingly. I agree with you.
I'm
on
sorry,
that.
what?
I'm happy to monitor that and advise the president
What
accordingly.
does that
I
mean?
agree
You're
with
going
you.
to monitor that?
Well, you asked if we would see if the would change, if we would see if the trade level would change. I'm agreeing with you. I'm happy to see if the trade level
And
with
if
Russia changes.
if it does increase, you will add additional tariffs.
Well, it's the president's choice, but I'll advise him and I'll say this is affecting the trade deficit. We
And
should consider this. for
so
sure.
does that mean you would advise him to raise the tariffs with Russia?
Well, I don't typically give out my advice to the president out in public, but I agree
Well,
with
I'm
you
sure
that
the
it's something
American people would love to know, and as would members of Congress. I mean, you gotta kind of admit it is just if you casually follow the news, you're not a member of this committee. And the relationship with Russia is kind of bizarre in terms of what it is between President Trump and President Putin, and why this relationship exists.
PP tape.
these others,
Well,
exclusion for
mighty good.
agricultural products.
All right. John Larson.
Was that 5?
That was 4 minutes.
Yep, the whole video.
Or that was 3.5 minutes.
Yeah. Just a comment. Is it me or does Mr. Larson look like the skipper from Gilligan's Island?
A little bit. A little bit. He looks like the skipper aged.
Yeah, aged. Yeah, exactly. That's
He's
what I
a
was
very
thinking.
tired captain.
So
He's a very tired skipper.
Sick of y'all
content.
I thought he had a rough first minute there, but then he really started to drill into that guy about why fucking Russia is excluded from the tariffs.
Yeah.
And what they were going to do about it. Like he almost said North Carolina, I think, instead of North Korea.
Yeah. He stumbled over that word. Yeah.
Which we should
That's cool.
embargo North Carolina, though.
We should. Both the
Which one
Carolinas
is
really.
worse?
Both the Carolinas really.
North Dakota, North Carolina, all bad.
I will be unbiased and I will give him a 6.5.
Jeez. Okay.
5.5.
I was even higher than that. I was at a 7 for this guy. I like the way that he was stinging him with the Russia jabs. I honestly.
Like you said, 5.5.
Mm-hmm.
Mark
6.
Yeah.
And it's 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
just to foreshadow, though, I'm going to tank him a bit on delivery because I was falling asleep in the first half minute.
what was he talking about?
Yeah.
I was saying he had to get to the Russia part, and that was a long journey.
Yeah, it was. So delivery.
Yeah, I'm at a 5. Like I said, I was falling asleep, and he's never really got fiery. Sure, he talked about some good stuff, but it was never, not the delivery was, the whole time his head was down. He wasn't making eye contact, even when he was talking about the good stuff. So to me, it was, 5.
We were talking about Mamdani not getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
So I'm also, I think I'm 5.5 for delivery.
5.
Okay, and I will give him a slightly unbiased 6.
Uh-huh.
All right, and vibes.
I think he redeemed himself a little bit. Like
Yeah,
the jabs were
7.
good. So I was going to say, like 6.5, 7. So I think 7's fine for me.
I was going to agree with a 7. Vibes was his best category for me.
He's
Mikey?
a vibular dude.
Mikey also said 7.
Oh, okay, all right. I think I'll also say 7. So let's see.
Oh, biased ass fucking 7. You know, that's Tim for you though.
Uh-huh.
The one,
John Larson
the one he
average
finally
is
matches us on. I accuse him of cheating.
6.25.
6 point.
And he's out of here.
Was I right again?
Holler.
Stop
Yeah.
double checking his math.
I'm not. I'm guessing. 100% guessing.
Go smoke
right,
some more
Ollie.
weed.
Flip a coin.
Percentile dice.
No,
coming
roll a D3000.
up. Percentile dice. I
It's
rolled
called
a
golf ball.
67, so we're in the second one.
Okay, that would be Senator Cory
Ducky.
Booker.
Yay.
He's out of here. 3.
Yeah.
Okay, let's rate him
So
now.
we can go ahead and 4 him out of here.
We're not biased on this
On-
show.
you-
at
you just-
all.
4 for a 4 in the door,
Go ahead,
baby.
sir.
Yeah.
I don't want to jump over the ranking member of the
I'll defer.
Okay,
Go
so
ahead.
I'm reading that Cornyn second degree, and he said a lot of really important things about immigration that are worthy to be discussed. And I'm happy to vote on an immigration bill. I disagree with the death penalty. I will vote my conscience on this, but I want to draw everybody's attention to the first 2 lines of your second degree. They have nothing to do about immigration. They have nothing to do with the death penalty. I've never seen this before. His first 2 line is not to bring up this important issue that should be discussed, debated. Your first 2 lines are to strike my amendment in its entirety. So what we have right here is hidden behind real issues on immigration is really just trying to not vote on the important points that we brought up about transparency and accountability on the Jeffrey Epstein files. This is not an amendment to my amendment. This is an attempt to strike what I have a whole list of prominent Republicans, elected leaders who want the same thing I want, which is just to have transparency on this matter.
Can we vote
I've
on my
heard some of the
second degree?
comments. If I can finish, Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
Yeah, shut up.
I have
the
heard
hell?
public statements by my
Speaking.
Senate colleagues on both sides of the aisle. I've heard
Fuck the hell
comments
off.
from Republicans on the House side and Democrats on the House side that we want transparency and accountability on a matter of public safety. Senator Cornyn said that Jeffrey Epstein's dead yet, but his victims are not. There are women who have horrific stories of vile violence that was committed against them. We have Pam Bondi, our Attorney General, who said that there is evidence, truckloads of it, as to these crimes.
On her desk.
Potential co-conspirators, potential others involved. How can we not want to just know what happened? Why are we trying to simply turn away from the highest law enforcement officers in the land, from our FBI director to our attorney general, who spoke towards crimes committed and others involved in those crimes? Why are we considering an amendment that is hiding behind real immigration issues, but real intent is to strike a simple request for transparency, for accountability, that Republican voices all across the spectrum have been demanding from this president and this attorney general? So if Senator Cornyn is going to offer an amendment, I'm going to offer a third degree that simply strikes his first two lines. I'll vote on your immigration stuff that you so strongly stated. There was the importance of this, but you hid the fact that you put
what's the
here.
date? Is this October?
The real
last year?
intention of your amendment.
The date is 4 months ago.
Oh, that he posted it. Okay.
Why is this super old?
I don't know. Because I remember them arguing about trying to do like, remember Langford brought up that immigration thing?
Yeah.
We haven't heard anything else about immigration as far as legislation goes. So that's why I was
mean-
like, when did this happen? You know?
But if this is 4 months ago, then this is definitely after Pam Bondi said that she had it on her desk.
Oh yeah, because it does have Epstein stuff in it. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It has nothing to do with immigration. It says it right here in the first two lines. The real effort was just to not have accountability and transparency. What are you afraid of?
So
Chairman,
many
may I
things.
respond? Yeah, you may respond.
Spiders.
Spiders
I trust
everywhere.
the Senate confirmed Attorney General of the United States to make
Oh my
the
God.
proper legal
Oh, boy.
analysis to determine what of the Jeffrey Epstein files can be released. He was confirmed by the United States Senate as
What a
Chief Law
sicko.
Enforcement Officer of the
I
United
know.
States. I trust her to make the right legal determination. But I would ask my
That's wrong.
colleague from New Jersey, you
Put it in
claim
the
you
hands
care
of
about the
Pammy.
victims. Do you care about Tammy Nobles? Do you care about Marie Vega, the angel moms who lost their loved ones,
Oh
their
man, what
children,
aboutism?
to the acts of an illegal alien who
What
never
about
should have
isn't
been
with
here in the
people's
first
dead
place?
kids?
Do you care about
Crazy
them?
work.
Jesus.
Can I respond to the senator's question?
No.
Sir, I've known you for 14 years.
Uh-oh.
You and I both care about victims of crime. And to suggest otherwise is stunning to me. If
Senator,
I may
I asked-
finish, sir,
Senator, I
I
asked
allowed
you
you
a
to
question.
finish.
I asked you
Sir,
a
and I'm
question.
trying to
I didn't
answer.
make an accusation.
Mr. Chairman,
I asked you
Mr.
a
Chairman,
question.
Mr. Chairman,
Answer the
I
question.
should have an allowed a time to respond to the senator's question. I did not interrupt him, and now he's interrupting me.
Please.
It is another violation of the decorum of this place.
Go ahead, Senator. Bullock.
Senator Cornyn, both you and I have spent our lives.
I'm Chuck Grassley.
I know your record. I know your history. I know what you've done. I would never, ever question whether you care about the victims of a heinous crime.
Mr. Chairman, please help me.
You ask me if I care? Absolutely.
Thank you.
No, I'm not finished yet.
Bitch,
Whoever
shut
answered the question.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
going to answer the question in full.
Pissed him off now.
You are not sincere.
Let me explain.
Sir,
linebacker coming out.
He has put an amendment in
Would you allow
trying to use the horrific nature.
30 more seconds.
me as sponsor of this bill?
Sir, I will not pick a fight with Chuck Grassley in the same way that Chuck Grassley won't pick a fight with me.
The reason for his amendment is because your amendment says that this bill that we're working
This is
on
ridiculous.
will not go into effect until
We're
we
doomed.
get all these records. And this bill is an opioid bill to help solve some of the drug problems in this country.
Drugs
and
are
we
bad.
ought to get it passed
Okay.
because it's a
What happened to
bipartisan
personal
bill
accountability?
and it's
Yeah.
very badly needed.
Sir,
Don't take
may I
him. How
respond?
about that?
Yes.
So I said at the top of my comments, my frustrations, we've said it to your staff, we've said it to others, that when funds like this have been made available so far in the first 6 months, they're clawing back
I'll let him
funds from my
finish what he's
state.
saying.
And that's unfair, and I would like to deal with those. We could deal with them. And given that, I am sticking to an amendment that is not controversial. I know it's not controversial, sir, because I've seen polling literally on Republican channels that the overwhelming majority of Republicans and Democrats want transparency and accountability.
All right. All right. That was extra fiery from the senator. Yeah, damn. He was coming at him. Content, Cory Booker.
Not bad.
A
Not
warm
bad,
6.5.
actually.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
What'd you say, Mikey?
A warm 6.5.
6.5. I'll give him a 7.5.
Yeah, I
gonna
was
give
thinking
him-
7.5 as
Yeah,
well.
7.5, I think.
Hold on one second.
Holding on.
Okay, delivery.
He was fiery. He was very fiery.
Yeah, he turned it up at the end there. I'll give him a 7.5 there.
I was at an 8. Maybe 8.5, honestly. He was very fiery.
I will give him an 8.
Of course, like that should be more vibe. So yeah, change it back to an 8. Change it back to an 8.
Okay. Mark?
8.
All right. Vibes.
Yeah, he lit him up. Really?
He made some digs at
Defended his
Grassley
ground.
too.
Yeah. Defended his ground when he got attacked from the side as well. Yeah. So
I was almost going to give him a 9. It feels
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah, I agree with
it does.
I agree with McKinnon. Cornyn said some reprehensible shit. And then he wouldn't
Not
let Booker
respecting the
speak.
business.
Not respecting the business.
Yeah, I'm at 8.5 for 5.
All
I'm
right.
going to give him a 9. It feels weird, but I'm going to do it.
I think I agree. It does feel weird, but I'm
Oh,
gonna do it. Mikey?
Mike?
6.
Mikey's gonna give him
I'm not
6.
buying this shit. It's fucking Cory
Ain't the whole
Booker.
fucking
I'm not
thing.
easily I'm not easily fooled by your Jedi mind tricks.
We were told in the previous round to keep in mind some of the stuff that wasn't said and keep it into the vibe parts of it, right? To
That's
keep them honest. So I get that.
S rank.
I knew you liked Cory Booker.
Look at that shiny head.
Look at how disgruntled he looks. All right.
He's a
That
football player.
means
7.75?
yes. That means your headliner by default, Senator Tammy Duckworth.
President
Bum,
Duckworth.
ba-da-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Now, for all those people that were saying President Jasmine, no, President.
Last week and admitted that
This
the
one.
$1 billion
President Duckworth
mission
and
that he
Vice
led
President
against the
Crockett.
Houthis, who do not have a navy, has not restored the transit of U.S. flag commercial vessels through the Red Sea, and in fact has resulted in the loss of 2 F-18 Hornets to the tune of $60 million apiece, as well as I
In the
believe the
fucking
last count was
ocean.
'In
7
the
Reaper
ocean.
drones to the tune of another $200 million. You are blowing through money like my fellow cadets and I did in our first Liberty after basic camp. Luckily, I didn't end up with a questionable tattoo. Your failures, Mr. Secretary, since you've taken office has been staggering. You sent classified operational information over
Damn.
signal to chest
Auto
pump in front of your wife, who, by the way, has no security clearance, risking service member lives in the process. You blew the $1 billion fight against the Houthis, whom, again, as my colleague says, has no navy, and yet you lost all of those aircraft.
Oh
You've
shit.
created such a hostile command environment that no one wants to serve as your chief of staff or work with you in other senior DoD leadership roles. But what we should all be talking about more than all of this is that you have an unjustified, un-American misuse of the military in American cities, pulling resources and attention away from core missions to the detriment of the country, the war fighters, and yes, the war fighting that you claim to love. I don't know if this is because you are too inexperienced and incompetent to understand the real threats facing our country, or if it's because you are just an
God.
unqualified yes man who can't tell the president how to keep Americans safe. You are focusing on renaming basis for Confederate generals. You said just now to Senator King that to a man and to a woman, we would rather be associated with the old Confederate names. Well, I am one of those women. I served at Fort Rucker, Alabama, a base that was named for a traitor who took arms against the United States of America, led troops who killed Americans. It was renamed for Mike Novosel, a Medal of Honor recipient, who in his citation for the Medal of Honor includes that he saved 29 American lives, to include hovering backwards in a helicopter towards an enemy bunker where a wounded American was laying and saved that person, including after being taken fire himself. I know a little something about what it takes to fly a helicopter when you've been hit by enemy fire. That was heroic. I'd rather be associated with Mike Novosel than a failed Confederate traitor. I don't know whether you are inexperienced or too incompetent, but I wonder when you will actually focus on our nation's warfighting mission.
Tim, pause it.
We know that California is just a deliberate.
Put in your votes now.
That was it.
A systematic political and dangerous campaign led by you. We should not be using our military to pay cops against Americans. General Kane, as chairman, a key part of your job is to coordinate military planning across the joint force. Is the department currently incorporating into any military plans expanding the use of the reserve forces to include the National Guard or active duty troops to support domestic law enforcement, including in other locations in the United States?
You don't know.
Senator, we careful.
So no, General.
Well, it's not really a yes or no question, Madam Senator. We plan all kinds of different things.
I just want to point out, look how browbeaten that general is.
That didn't feel good. That one didn't feel good.
I think it is a
I'm
yes
not
or no.
aware
knows
of
that
any-
feeling.
I'm not aware of anything, but the reason why I'm answering is the tags may be looking at something that I'm not aware
What are
of.
you doing at your level? You're not aware of that being happening at your level? Because we know that on his first day, President Trump directed U.S. Northern Command to revise its unified
all over
command
him.
plan to add new planning requirements to combat, and I quote, criminal activities. A series of follow-up executive orders continue to redirect DOD priorities to supporting domestic law enforcement, including one in April that tells DOD, and I quote, use national security assets for law and order. In other words, do law enforcement's job. I'd like to enter these executive orders into the record, Mr. Chairman.
Is there objection? Without objection.
Y'all
so
better
Wait,
not
Hegseth,
object.
you say you are focused on war fighting and warriors. These are your words. Yet you are diverting untold DOD resources and attention to fundamentally non-military mission of domestic policing. Across the country, we have qualified police officers who are trained for that mission. They know those streets better than the Marines you deploy to Los Angeles, who normally focus on the Indo-Pacific. And you recently approved 700 more troops in 3 other states to do admin and logistics works for ICE. You say all of this is valuable training, but I would much rather have our troops do tough, realistic training relevant to high-end combat. Instead of typing in spreadsheets for ICE, they should be conducting live fire maneuver exercises. Instead of patrolling American neighborhoods and standing in front of federal buildings, they should be rehearsing call for fire missions. We have local police who can stand in front of those federal buildings. And the list of distractions goes on. You are encouraging the DOD workforce to go work for DHS in increasing numbers. You're pulling the military away from facing foreign enemies who literally say things like death to America. And you're putting troops with weapons aimed at Americans. Mr. Secretary, let the military get back to its real job. Stop forcing them to do DHSs. And if you want to be the DHS secretary, maybe you can apply for that job when you're fired from this one due to
Whoa,
your incompetence.
shit.
Oh, I want her to question
Damn.
about war crimes now. I so want her to do that. She will light him up so fucking much.
Holy
All right.
shit.
Content 9. You rocked it.
Yeah, I
She
can't
rocked it.
disagree. I can't disagree.
President Duckworth.
Madam President.
Oh,
Is
She
everyone
flies
agree on
Marine.
a-
She flies Marine One herself.
yeah.
Does everyone agree on a 9 for content?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Delivery?
She was really good here, although she stumbled in a couple of spots, and I
She-
didn't like that she was having to read absolutely everything because she was.
My only problem is that she seemed like she was trying to get too much in.
Yeah,
And she was going at the most rapid of paces.
She was really rushed too. Yeah.
She was pissed.
So
8.5.
I still
Yeah.
liked it, but because I'm at an 8 because of those two things.
Mark?
8.5.
Okay. I'll be a 7.5.
Ooh, you really punished her for it. Okay.
Tim's got to, keep his person in there too. You know how these people.
He
You know how
ain't
this
got
goes.
he
Alec.
ain't got a chance. He ain't got a chance. It's fine.
You see how this goes. He shits on my person, votes up his person, and it
I
was
gave
by
her
a
a
point.
9 for
He
content.
inflated his guy by a point, and then he's
Anyway.
deducted mine by
Yeah,
a point.
yeah,
You see
yeah,
how he does it?
Vibes. Vibes is a 9.
Vibes is a 10.
Yeah.
I might have
was
to go
thinking-
S rank.
I
Yeah.
was going S. I was going S rank too. I
All
gotta
right.
be honest with you.
All right.
She told
knocked
him that
really hard
he
on
said
this
you
one.
could
She
go
really
for
did.
DHS after you
Hell
get fired
off,
from here.
is what she said.
Yeah, rocked it.
All right.
Maybe he should
so-
get a stupid tattoo.
Boy. Actually, hold on. I'm not doing this right.
She
9,
cooked
9,
his
9.
ass.
I don't know if Angus did in the top 4. Did he?
Oh,
He's fine.
I'll give you the results in a second, Ollie.
Yeah.
I just got to make sure that I do this accurately. Hold on.
The
You know,
two
this
girls
fake show
are
needs a lot of
one.
accuracy. Damn.
He's
All right.
either 3 or 4. Yeah.
No fucking way.
All right. So, Jesus.
Tide goes in,
After
tide goes out. You can't explain that.
after the quarterfinal round here, we got 4 winners.
Yeah,
got
we do.
4
Bleach
winners.
blonde,
So,
bad built butch body.
We had a battle royale, and we have 4 people moving on to the next round.
all right. In the 4th position, barely squeaking in there, Bernie Sanders.
Bernard.
What was his
Bernard, he
number?
made it.
Bernally Dander.
He got an overall score of 7.96.
Okay.
In the 3rd place, solid 3rd place, Charlie Angus, 8.35.
Representing
I'm
all other
talking to
countries
you.
other than the States.
2nd place, strong 2nd place.
Yep.
Jasmine Crockett.
Jasmine.
Bleach blonde, bad built butch body.
And
She's kind of built for this show, if you think about it. Her build is perfect for our.
yeah.
Yeah. Surely.
And in the number 1 position, going into the semifinals, Tammy Duckworth.
She fucking rocked it.
Every
did.
time we watch a video of her and Pete Hegseth, she takes his soul.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have fetch their souls.
Oh, I was about to say, please say you have the Fetch Me Their Souls thing from Call of Duty.
Like, she is his kryptonite.
Me, actual veteran. You.
Yeah.
bitch.
No idea.
You fuck boy.
Um,
Pretending to be.
But that,
Like, I've never been in a war zone. I don't know what that shit's all about. I'm not going to claim to. I have experienced a little bit of military culture. Just
wait.
barely qualified. But
There
what
it is.
she's been through, amazing shit.
Fetch me their souls.
but that does mean that we'll have to say goodbye to Cory Booker, who just barely didn't get in there. He's like a 1/10 of a point under Bernie Sanders.
I'll pretend to be mad about it.
Yep.
Oh no.
Let's say bye to Cory Booker. Graham
We'll have to go
Plattner,
fall asleep on his mattress full of APAC money. Moving on.
John Larson, and Zoran Mondani. Better luck next time, gentlemen.
Maybe Mayor Mamdani will do better next year.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, he'll get some
Oh,
traction, get some things done, and be able to say, I got this done for you, and I got that. If that happens, then yeah.
It's
He's gonna
election
do
season
good
next
videos.
year, so we're going to be doing that.
We can start getting these the election promo videos. Those are really what the show is built for.
Yeah.
We're
We'll
built
start-
for analyzing political ads.
The campaign. I mean, the campaign ads is what got Plattner on the board.
Right.
Yeah.
And the
then
My
the bad
Pillow
press
guy,
afterwards, what got him dropped.
the My Pillow guy is going to try to run in Minnesota against.
Oh my god,
Tim
I saw
Walz,
that.
and
That's
I'm just
fucking
fucking
hilarious.
ready for it.
Walls is going to body him. Walls is just going to body slam him, dude.
Yep.
It's gonna be.
It's
It's,
gonna
not
be
even
a-
gonna be close.
Yeah.
But please splinter the right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Break them up, will
Oh, and
ya?
you know Trump's going to endorse him and not the other Republican. So.
Oh yeah.
So, gentlemen, we should probably let Ollie sleep at some point.
Yeah.
We only went 20 minutes over.
We
Yeah, it's not too bad.
we got a snowstorm rolling through here right now. So driving to work tomorrow should be really fun.
Don't they let you work from home
Yay.
for weather?
It'll depend how bad it is.
Fuck the hell off.
If the plows have
I'm
already
staying
been out
home.
and stuff like that, then yeah.
Tim looked up. I didn't say that.
We got rudder. Go. Freeze, sir. Freeze.
Freeze.
All right.
Opposite
So
angle.
join us next week for the quarterfinals. We'll do both the good side and the bad side. There'll be a different mix up for the videos. And then
But you can't sing.
and 2
So-
weeks
so-
from now will be the finals.
So
That
so
will
we're
be-
doing 8 videos next week, and we're getting a top 2 and bottom 2 out of that.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And then we'll have 4 videos the week after, and we'll have finalists.
And then there's the losers bracket. It's a double elimination challenge. Double elimination. So
Are we
gotta get
going to
the
have
losers bracket.
any episode where we go over any of the honorable mentions and
Oh yeah,
fuck this
on-
guys?
On the finals episode, we will go through our honorable, our other list, our mentionables list. Because we got a bunch.
Yes, we do.
Um,
More
yes.
than a few fuck this guys do.
There are
Bunch of
11.
trash bags.
There are 11 fuck this guys.
Yeah. We'll just run through them. I don't know if we'll actually, we won't do any videos. So I think.
No. We'll we'll mention them because fuck these people.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it for Unbox Politics. Like and subscribe, become a member, and we will see you next week. Don't forget to drink your mead.